And joining us on the live line, live from Washington, D.C., Beebe High School senior Jesse Kloss, who is in Washington, courtesy of Representative Tim Griffin, to watch tonight's State of the Union address by President Obama. Jesse wrote a essay to get there. Good morning to you, Jesse.
Good morning.
Appreciate very much you joining us this morning. You sound excited, are you?
I'm very excited.
Why did you want to go watch the State of the Union address?
Well, how many 18-year-olds get the opportunity to possibly see the President of the United States speak? Like, that's just amazing in itself. And Congressman Tim Griffin is a really awesome guy, and I just wanted to get to meet him and spend time with him.
Well, tell us a little bit about the essay that you wrote to earn this trip. I know that the congressman had a contest of sorts to for anyone to write an essay, and several people took part. You beat out a lot of folks. What did you write about?
Yeah, the prompt was like why he should take you to Washington, and I just wrote about how I've always liked politics since I was little, and how into like history and government I am, and how I just like to see Washington because I've never been. And
what are your impressions thus far?
I don't know if I want to go home.
You really?
Yeah, it's pretty much the coolest place I've ever been by a long shot. It's phenomenal. I mean, you see it in pictures, but it's nothing like being here.
Well, what have you been able to do so far?
Well, we got to Washington about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and then I went to his office and I got a personal tour of the Capitol by one of his interns, which was really, really cool. And I got to see and then we went to his office, and he sat down and talked to me and my dad for like an hour. And Tim Griffin is like awesome. He's so awesome. And then we went last night late, and we went to see the Lincoln Memorial, and it is really awesome. And yeah, it's great.
Wow. Now your dad is with you. Is he going to get to go to the State of the Union?
Yes. Okay. We didn't think he was going to, and then we got here yesterday. And Heather, one of his staffers, called me and said that another congressman had given Mr. Griffin his ticket, and so that he had an extra ticket and he didn't want to use it, so he gave it to us so my dad could go too.
All right, you're going to be in the balcony, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
All right, what color dress will you have on? We'll look for you.
I'm gonna I have like a red business suit.
A red business suit. All right, we'll look. Yeah. We'll look for you up in the balcony. What do you think the president is going to talk about tonight? Have you any ideas?
Well, I'm expecting him to talk a little bit about immigration, and it should be interesting what he says about Obamacare tonight. That should be interesting. You know, the State of the Union address is really interesting because he can't say too much that for his party, but he'll be ostracized by the Republican Party, but he can't say too much in support of the Republican Party. You know, it's like you have to really strike a balance with the State of the Union address, and I'm just really interested to see what he's going to say. It's always interesting.
You're a senior at Beebe High School. Do you plan on going to college?
Yes, sir. I'm planning on going to the University of Arkansas next year.
Well, congratulations there.
Thank you.
Let me guess your major. Is it going to be political science?
Yeah, I'm actually planning on double majoring in music and political science.
Well, I figured that out pretty quickly. What intrigues you about politics?
Well, I mean, I think you should choose. Well, I know this is not necessarily a popular opinion. I think you should choose a career path how you can serve the most people the best way. And I'm like being a leader, and I like politics and government. And I've always been really interested in history. Like, you know, I'm not so good at math, but I really like history. So it's just a way to get to do all that at the same time, you know.
Do you think that someday you may pursue a political career yourself?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Well, Jesse, thank you very much for spending time with us, and congratulations on your essay and your trip to Washington. And if you get time, I hope you get a chance to go see some of the other things in Washington. The Smithsonian Institute, for instance, is amazing.
Yes, I'm planning on going there this afternoon.
Oh, that'll be a great trip for you. I've got
sir.
a little something for you about the Lincoln Memorial that you probably don't know. If you look at his hands spell his initials. The actual statue was done by a gentleman who happened to be deaf, and one hand has the deaf signal for A, and the other one has the sign for L. So Abraham Lincoln's initials are in his hands.
I did not know that.
Well, a little piece of trivia for you. If you get a chance to go back by there, you can see the A, which is a closed hand, and the L is like the letter L. They're on his knees and spell his initials. So that's one of the things I learned when I went to Washington, D.C. For the first time, and I was 15. How old are you?
18. I just turned 18.
All right.
In November.
Well, enjoy your trip, and thanks for visiting with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. KARNU's time is 7:46. That was Jessie Kloss. She is a high school senior at Beebe, and she has accompanied Representative Tim Griffin to Washington, the winner of an essay, writing an essay on why she wanted to watch the State of the Union address, and sounds like a very bright young woman.